Hi, it's Sharon here, teachingbytes.com, and this is the Google Classroom for the iPad. So if you've already watched my video about the desktop version, then this one will definitely help you understand how it works on the iPad. If you can look here on my main screen, this shows my 3 courses. First, if you look at the top, the green themed C4 Superstars 2015-16. It shows an upcoming assignment just like in the desktop. And then the next course, 2014-15, and then a course I'm enrolled in as a student. All right. And then on the upper right corner, you can see here how you can join a class or create a class here. All right. If I click here in the upper left corner, then I go to my view of the classes I'm teaching, the classes I'm enrolled in as a student, my work, my drive folder, the classroom folders, all the drive folders for each course, which looks like this. So here I have my C4 one. I have my 2015-16, and my course I'm enrolled in as a student. If I go back, double click the home button, back to my classroom here, the triple lines in the upper left, go to my settings. So if you look here, if I click on notifications, remember this on the desktop version, you can disable notifications for any new comments on your stream. And so you could do it here. And it takes you to the general settings. Okay, so you guys know that. All right, so I'll go back to my classroom. And let's get out of here and get right into my classroom from last year. And right away on the top, if you could look at my profile picture of these beautiful threads. In the desktop version, you can change the background theme or upload your own photograph. And on this one, you cannot. So if you want to change that, you have to go to your desktop. Okay. And here, if you scroll through, it's very similar looking. However, a couple things that stand out right away is that these comments, if you look at September 5th, it says 5 class comments. Usually in the desktop version, it shows up right away on there. That's why you need to click on it to actually go in there. All right. Other thing that's still consistent for both versions is that I can click here and move this post to the top. So really cool. I can also edit and delete as well. Notice here when you go to a video, for example, October 8th at the top, Kid President's Pep Talk to You. On the desktop version, you see a thumbnail preview. But if you go here and click on the post, you see a little bit right here, attachments. Okay. So that shows up right there. Now over here in the bottom right hand corner is one of the coolest tools is the plus one. If you want to add an assignment, make an announcement. This is available on the iPad. However, you can notice on the desktop version, you can ask a question or reuse an old post. So if you want to do those 2 options, you have to go onto your desktop. But these 2 are very the typical ones you would use, so that's still pretty cool. All right, so if I go to my, I want to show you an assignment that I've given to my students, my book report form. If you look here in the top, it's October 29th is when I posted it. It is due December 5th. I still have the options of moving to the top, editing and deleting. I have my attachment shown here and which kids have finished it, which kids haven't. Here's instructions for it. You'll notice that it shows me who's done, who's not done. And the bottom is the attachment, which is called bkreport.doc. And it shows that I've made a copy for each student. So I can make comments in the bottom right here. Okay. Then if I go to student work, I can just slide my finger over. I can see which students have finished it in the done section and which have not. I can change my point value here or have it ungraded. And this student's work, I could click on his assignment that he's turned into me. I can share it, just like in Fred's video about Google Docs. All right. Different ways to share. I can comment right on this document. So if I want to return the return the document, my comments show up. And then this one has many options. So I can click here for print layout. What would it look like if I printed it? A preview of it. Then I go back. I could look at the details, all the time stamping of when the student created, worked on their work. Can share this another way. Send a copy. You could print it, save as a Word document, make a copy to clipboard. All right. I can star the file. I could keep it offline. All right. Let's deselect those. Okay, so you can still do a lot on the iPad. And now I want to double click the home button to go back to Classroom. And let's say you did a 45 out of 50. You probably needed to add more details on one of the characters, the book report. And now I want to return this back to a student. Notice at the top, it's a reddish color, like a brick color. But now if I want to return it to a student, I need to click the box and the background becomes gray. And I click return in the upper right hand corner and now I'll return it to them in an email. And let's say I want to return it to all these students over here. I just click all three and then I could click the upper right hand corner, return. But let's deselect that one. Remember in the desktop version, when you click on student work, it shows you a preview of all the students' documents that they've turned in. Well, on the iPad, you can't see that right away. But if you do click on each student, like here, then you can see what they've done. It doesn't show you exactly what the document looks like, but it's still, functional. All right. So let's deselect that student. Go back. Notice this really awesome feature. Notice I did not return the student's work to them yet. So it's a great reminder to you, but I got that. I'll go back to that later on. Now I want to go to the students portion. So if I slide my finger to the left, I get to my students, and over here, I have the class code at the top in this red bar, and the top three dots, I can disable the class code or reset the class code. I can still email my students here. However, I cannot invite students with an email on this page, just like the desktop can. And I also cannot mute any students on the iPad version. So I need to go to my desktop to do that. If I go to my About page, still have my envelope to email the teacher. My blog is still a link there. However, I cannot invite teachers to join the class to be the administrator. And so you need to go on your desktop to do that. All right, all in all, still very functional. A little less than the desktop version, but a lot easier if you don't bring your laptop home. Okay, hope it helped you.